Hey, good morning, guys. Ladies, good morning. I'm here. Actually, my computer restarted, so I wasn't having this running all night. So I just loaded it up. It's been running for 12 minutes, but it's been doing good. At rank 31 right now. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna get the background music going. I actually forgot to open that up. And I already have the town hall pulled up because I'm gonna listen to that. Should be starting in 3 minutes. The competition ends in 2 hours because the server started, I guess, an hour later than I expected it to. Because of daylight saving time. I also need to remember to check Zeely. I've been forgetting to check Zeely. But yeah, AKC says Free Fallen Friday. For some people, yeah. Hope everyone had a blast in the competition. Best of luck to the sale later today. Yeah, about that. We're probably going to be talking about that one. Tabuka, hello. Martin, hey. Forgot your parachute? Where are you at, Martin? Where you at on the leaderboard? I hope you've been doing well with the competition. Oh yeah, I'll check that. Let me actually check that right now. Oh, okay, not yet. Not yet. Okay, my bad. I was checking something. I'm buying some epic arcane earrings from somebody, so that should be completed soon. All right. And hey now, good morning. Nice to see you here. So this should be doing 110 mead per hour or close to that. Doesn't really matter either way. I'm top 50. Actually doing a little better than I thought. Well, I didn't really expect to be like in the 30s. Maybe we got people who are still on fast forward. I'm not really sure. Okay, yeah, I'm beating Planet Bob's rate by a little bit. I'm like head to head on the LB Postman right here. Very close. All right. Yeah, so I got the town hall pulled up. Let me go ahead and put that here. Why is that? Oh, they came up. I mean, we voted on the name for the dog, so the dog's name is going to be Sparky for the pack of dogs. Oh, looks like they started it, so that should pop up any minute now. They're probably going to play the trailer. Hopefully it's not too loud. I don't think it is. Shouldn't be. A lot of people were doing 100 and 120 per hour range in the top 50. Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, the town hall time is at least still the same for me. 638 says Martin. Oh, I know. Yeah, I know you ran into an issue with your build. Oh, I'm not logged in on Zeely. When am I ever logged in? Oh, I am logged in. Weird. I'm assuming they're going to start it up right now. We do know what the next meta is going to be already. Golden heart necklaces with a new recipe. But yeah, they'll find out. They'll go more in depth on that. You found out about the fast forward cheats. That's interesting.
They say
Tell me
life on
about
the
it.
farm is hard but honest work. But in Common Ground World, we farm for a greater cause, saving the planet one soil patch at a time. Build an eco-friendly town, leveraging regenerative agriculture and recover valuable soil. Compete in weekly competitions to earn great prizes. Get rewarded for helping to support our ecosystem and your fellow farmers. Eager to learn more? Well, head on over to Gala Games and start playing now.
Yeehaw!
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, everyone.
The sale is in 3 hours.
Happy AMA
Salah.
Day. Happy Town Hall Day.
Happy
Yes,
Friday.
happy Friday.
TGIF.
Well, welcome. It is March 15th. We have Farmer Michelle, Ninja Surprise, Riant, Volcron, and welcome to our town hall. We are
I think they're going to
chatting
sell
with you in
Sparky,
the
Martin.
well, we're reading your
eventually.
YouTube comments. So if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe. And so you don't have to ask us when we're doing this because of daylight savings or just being busy with life. Turn on notifications. We are also in Discord, so join the Gala Discord. We're in the CGW discussion channel, answering questions live there. And
If I look down, it's because I'm
welcome.
on
Yeah, this
Eternal
is, let's
Paradox.
see,
Oh,
15th.
you can't
Already
even
said
see
that.
it
We've
because
been
of the
doing this
green
for how
screen,
long?
huh?
Since July 2022, right? Every
Yep.
Friday, giving big verbal hugs to the
Hi, Viz.
community.
Hello.
And
Well, that's a fun way to describe it.
yeah.
Verbal hugs.
Yeah, so it's really cool. We, always plan for these, always look forward to them. And yeah, make sure you share the video with your friends. There's a link in the description, in the YouTube description there. So be sure to copy paste that to your buddies. And if you have questions that you want us to address, be sure to just fill out a form. You don't even have to do it while we're doing it. We'll read it as the week goes on. So I will post that in Discord right now. And good morning. So let's see who is chatting with us today. Always interesting, right? Because it's the competition. The weekly competition is ending right as we start this. I think it's got 2 more hours to go.
Yeah, 2 more hours,
We
which
got
is different.
people sharing their screenshots of where they're placing. Ed's Dream has
He's not
20
making
million
it.
points at rank 1245. We got Nubra, Edie Lugs,
I'm sorry, Ed Stream.
Lazy Lumberjack, Rog or Rogue. Got some questions about May Mayhem.
Edie
coming
Lugs
up.
is a ghost. Tatooine,
Dubstep
hello.
Rod says hi. Limtoin one. Almost didn't want to say that name out loud.
Yeah, quarter
Elvin
one ends in
Personate.
like 15 days.
NFT
Or
Madness.
16 days. 16 days.
Jetty, Gangbuster, Ives. Oh, that's all the friends. Nacho G, TPS, Bazinga, Xeon. Oh my gosh. Okay. Morning, guys. So, so many people. That's exciting. All right. Well, Michelle, you got any kind of warnings or anything for the players that are listening?
Yeah, don't forget to be careful of scammers. I'm going to say it every single week. They're out there. They're trying to get your crypto. Don't click on any bad links. If anyone sends you a DM, it's not one of us. We don't send any direct messages out.
More
Don't give anyone
scammers
your
than
seed
ever, so
phrase.
be
Don't give
careful.
anyone your passwords. If you're Googling the website, that's probably a bad idea. You should probably just have it saved in your browser or make sure you've got it bookmarked, because there are scam links out there as ads, and they'll get you if you're not paying attention. Make sure you know exactly
Scary.
what website you're on before you try to log in.
Absolutely. And I
Yeah,
know
but
one
people
of our,
fall for that, which sucks.
regular attendees and listeners, LV Postman, would never do any of that. So be like LV Postman. Don't click on silly links.
I was like, where was
what's
he
up
going
for
with
headlines? What do we got? Rewards, maybe?
Yeah, some rewards went out this week for last week's event. So those are all set now. I don't think any Zeely rewards went out this week.
that? Good amount of Gala.
But there was just the regular competition rewards that went out.
Alrighty. And I've got a 3-letter, 1-word note here about the next headline.
It just says dog, and then it says at Michelle.
Talk about the dog.
That is about the new NFT. Sparky won, if everyone didn't notice. I know we did voting all of last weekend, and Sparky was the clear winner of the naming contest. So I believe that sale is sometime early next month. And its name will be Sparky. Nice job.
Okay, like 2 or 3 weeks from
Thanks
now.
for
So what
everybody
does
who
it do? What does it do?
Yeah, that's a really friendly name. There were surprisingly a lot of really good names. I thought it would be a lot of, you know, R and other explicitly rated names, but
The
a lot of them were really good.
what we call
like
it? The
Hachi
dubstep
was really
dog?
cute.
Nala,
Nala was great.
Dubstep Dog.
That
That was
Yeah,
just
there was a lot of really good names for the dog. Sparky was actually one of my favorites, though. I felt like that was that one just really went well with him.
Out of the ones we were voting for, I mean, I voted Sparky as
Clearly, it was
well.
also everyone else's favorite.
Hey, I was curious for the listeners. Like we did the voting in Discord, right? But what's everybody feel about a combination of voting? Now, say I've never done a node NFT vote. I see the interface. I know how it works, but what would be the outcome of that? Like if we wanted to do the vote on Discord as well as through the nodes, how would the nodes would override the Discord vote though, wouldn't they?
Yeah, probably. I think the
node
node
vote?
owners
Isn't
should
that
get to
kind of the
vote.
final?
The Common Ground World node
I don't know.
owners
Anyway,
We
should
would
get to
try.
vote on stuff.
Yeah, I don't know
was
a
asking
ton about
Michelle,
how the
she
node
knows
voting
everything. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know
Well,
a lot about how that works yet.
Oh, okay.
I'll definitely look into it though.
Well, Mr. Ninja Surprise, any kind of social media update?
Pretty much the main thing was what we just went over, the naming for the dog NFT, Sparky, which was really cool. That was like the big highlight. And then what, like as what Farmer Michelle just
Oh.
previously said, the Zealy rewards may have not gone out yet, so just keep being patient, and you'll surely see them soon. But yeah, I've been seeing some really cool fan art and everything from you guys on the Zealy, so yeah, just keep it all up.
Nice.
AI generated arts. I still need to
let's
do mine.
move, straight into game updates then.
Yes.
As y'all know, we've been working on guilds. So our three, I'll say for anybody who hasn't listened in a while, our 3 quarters this year, we're doing guilds first. Then we're doing our daily challenges. People will be happy to see that come back. And after that, we're doing upgradable NFTs, which would be really cool because that'll retro apply to things like guilds.
Yeah.
Upgrade those.
I
That'll
put
be
this on the
exciting.
announcement
So,
every week.
we're mushing it all together now. We've had months of planning and UI and development and backend work and server work and all that fun stuff. And so this week has been pretty furiously integrating the front and the back end work. As you can imagine, there's some surprises, a couple things like, oh, hey, we need a message to the player here, and we need an error message there. Overall, it's going really well. Optimistic that we won't run into too many functional things. And and that's going well. The daily challenges,
functional
we're
things?
also getting a little ahead of because work starts for that here in a couple weeks or a few weeks. And daily challenges are going to be exciting because the other implementation was okay, for the Play Canvas game, but this one we're going to make it a little more, well, let's just say we're going to make it
That
a
was
little more
easy.
auditable and to pave the way for. And don't worry, Riant, I'm not making promises, but in the future, way future, like maybe a year or 2 down the road, maybe things like vet rewards or stuff like that. And this is just
Veteran
off the top of my
rewards?
head, but that's
I
one of
mean,
the features that we were talking about yesterday.
gonna
about
be
daily
waiting a
challenges,
while.
like keeping an archive of every challenge you've ever participated in, every challenge that you've won or claimed. And of course, we got a plan so that it's fair, right? There's that 24-hour cooldown when you shift NFTs around, stuff like that. So we've also done some more anti-cheating work this week and some more reports. And we want to make the game as fair and fun as possible for everybody. And when we do a release, you can look for those fixes, the specific fixes we did in Discord. And that's all I will say about the fixes for this week because we're pretty heads down. Most of it's been data, pretty heads down on guilds and stuff. So let's see what we will move straight into Q&A. First one is for Riant. Will the 30% global craft time reduction for jewelry tables, will
Oh,
this be stackable with 2 pot
yeah,
of
for the
gold
new
NFTs?
NFT.
yes,
It will be. Yep, they confirmed
So
this.
that not only
Sweet.
the Leprechaun
Overpowered.
will give 3
seems like it.
passive gold ore, but also stackable 30% global craft time in jewelry tables.
Talking about the new
So,
NFT,
yeah.
That's very nice.
which I can pull
It
up
is
here.
really nice.
Wait, is there?
Oh, it's
is there a
very
limit?
nice.
So they said 2, but what if I had 200?
It'll work.
I
Well-
don't think
well,
you
let's
can
say
have
3.
all 200.
Oh, well, let's say 3. Would 3 be stackable?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's gonna be crazy. We'll see how that goes next competition.
But remember, it's multiple.
I might do something crazy.
It's not going to be a 90% reduction with 3 of them.
Yeah, if you have 3 of them, it's like a 65% reduction.
Or even a negative 20% reduction, so we go back in time.
Yeah.
Next one is a question for me. Can we get a separate tab in the
Leprechaun's
user
Pot of
interface
Gold.
under the NFTs for
I've been calling
storages?
it
'Cause we
the
have so many
Goldor
storages.
stand.
That's an interesting idea. I saw that.
What's
Farmer
up?
Michelle showed me that yesterday, and created a ticket for it. So we stuck it in the backlog. So we hear you, and we will see if we have room for that.
I definitely think it would be helpful because sometimes, I mean, we get so many storages now these
So
days,
many,
especially
right?
anyone who runs a node, and you get 3 free storages a month if you're playing every day. That's a,
But you
it's a
only
lot of storage
use
is filling up
the
inventory.
rare one if you do use it. I never use the common
Oh,
storages.
man,
I don't know
I'm gonna
about you guys.
Say something about upgrades, but I won't. Okay, next question is for Riant.
Some of the
Will
rare
there
ones,
be a
yeah.
May Mayhem event this year, Riant?
Yeah, there will. I can't
There
really
you go.
share details
Confirmed,
right now,
which
but
I
you
figured.
can expect there be a Mayhem event,
At least they confirmed it. Like,
Okay.
but I was pretty sure there was gonna be.
both
Anyways.
in Gala Wide and specifically for Common Ground World.
Yeah. Just about every game will have May Mayhem. Champions Arena confirmed it a little while back.
Alrighty. No spoilers.
No spoilers so far.
Well, that's what people want, the
Maybe later.
spoilers. Like, what is it? What's
Okay.
May Mayhem entail? Are we gonna get triple rewards
We'll get
or
some
what?
spoilers as we get closer to the time.
Right.
That's fine by me,
I was throwing
anyways.
some ideas in chat and seeing what people would think.
I know
and
we
they're
want to
like,
know all the details, right?
well, if
like
you
2
haven't
months in
settled on ideas,
advance.
how do you know like this and that? And I'm like, guys, I'm just the one of the devs here, right? Like, it's guys like Riant and Wild Moopsy and people like that actually decide what goes into the game. FYI.
A lot of effing
What's our
gold.
next
Yep.
question? Farmer Michelle.
Yeah, hey now. I wish I held on to more
Oh,
forges.
it's my turn to read a question? I can
That's
read
all
it.
right. That's
No, let
okay.
me read it. I
Okay,
didn't get to read
sorry.
any yet today. It says, can we have a 24-hour cooldown timer from the moment NFTs are transferred before they can be used in the new owner's towns? This should alleviate some of the NFT transferring before bringing towns out of fast forward that has been going on by members to maximize
That's a
rewards
good
without
idea.
proper purchases.
That would
Oh,
be a very
man.
good idea.
I'm so glad somebody asked this because
I think he just said
I
he's
think this is such an
implementing
interesting
that.
question because we have to balance. Okay, I bought an NFT. I bought it, right? It's new,
Mhm.
and I want to use it immediately because I just paid money for it. I don't want to wait a day. We have to balance that with I'm going to be a sneaky snake and try to find some way to use an NFT and send it to my friend across Gala chain, and then they can use it and they send it back. All that. So absolutely, we're designing the NFT ownership history so that if you're trying to be a sneaky person and let your friends use something that they shouldn't, that
Mhm.
won't happen. But that if you buy NFTs, you can still use them immediately. And that will
okay.
apply to fast forward, guilds, daily earnings. I don't know about NFT upgrades, but probably NFT upgrades as well, because we need to be really careful about issuing any sort of allowances, locks, burns, things like that. So, but daily NFT upgrades is later this year. So,
Yeah,
short answer, TLDR, yes, there will be a cooldown timer.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
up to game design how many
I wasn't sure where he
hours
was going
that
with
cooldown
that.
timer is.
There will be a cooldown timer.
Next one is a question for Farmer Michelle. Hey, Farmer Michelle, will there be new Common Ground World NFTs to buy?
Oh
on
yeah,
the
hey now. Some
THX
people mentioned
network?
that. Although I thought they were getting their account
As far as
suspended
I
because
know,
I've seen some
no,
people got their
I'm
account
not
suspended.
sure why there would be. We're trying to keep all of our NFTs on the Gala chain since that's our network. So that's where we're going to continue to sell our NFTs.
Nice.
Yes, I'll say let's.
Next one's
Hope
for
I pronounced
Ninja
your username
Surprise. You want to
correctly.
read it, Farmer Michelle?
Yes, I do. It says, what happens to Zeely rewards that appear to not make reviews before the timer sets for the next day or week? I have done things that went expired with no review and no notifications of quest completion.
So I think what he basically means is like for the quests that basically come in, like right
Andrew,
before
hello.
the I guess like right before like the season ends, like right before like the month ends. I guess that's like what he's talking about. I mean, like in that case, like I try to take a snapshot of the Zealy quest, like basically like right on the first of every month. So pretty
Salad. All
much
right, salad.
if you submit the quests a bit late, like on the day that the snapshot's being taken, I try to go through like one last round of just reviews, and then I take the snapshot. So that's pretty much how it goes. And then I try to announce it on social media if I can, or I do some sort of reveal of the NFT that's going to be going out for the reward. So that's basically what goes on with that.
Nice. Let's see. Next one is from Michelle. They started off by saying, "I love the quality of artwork in this game." I do too. I was wondering when we might see some more anything goes / vanilla metas in the future, and if there are plans
Well, we're
to
getting
bring
sushi boat soon.
fishing back, some fishing metas. What do you
Sushi
think?
boat's on the
There's definitely fishing coming
upcoming.
back. I
Yeah.
did post in Leaky Wednesday yesterday, 2 days ago. Today's Friday. The schedule for the next few weeks. and
Sushi
there's
boat,
some
end of
fishing in
April.
there, so there aren't any plans to do any vanilla metas anytime soon. We were doing them for anytime there was a 5th week in a month, and we just haven't had any of those, so it really hasn't come around.
That's good.
But
I
I don't know that
haven't
we'll
been
be
keeping
doing vanilla
track.
anyway, because I think we had decided that what we were going to do instead was poll the community and see if they wanted to pick one
That would
instead
be
of just
better.
doing an anything goes event.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the last decision that had been made. We just haven't had any of those situations come up yet where we've had to worry about it.
All right. Next one's for Ninja Surprise again. What will be the Zealy reward for this month? Can it be valuable as a medieval tavern, please?
It's a surprise, guys. Like my name, it's a surprise.
That's fair. The last couple of NFTs from Zealy have been really
Technically,
good.
all the rewards are going to be revealed like the following month, just as a
That's what they've been
a
doing.
heads up. So
Mhm.
after March is completed, we're going to reveal the Zealy rewards in the beginning of April, and then basically the that's basically how it goes, and that's been the process, and that's how we're going to be sticking to it.
Alrighty, sounds good. Let's see. Oh, next one's for Farmer Michelle. Hey, Farmer Michelle, would you please open up the Godot editor and open the lumberyard nav mesh? And would you please fix that? It annoys me seeing workers putting wood in the back. Pretty please.
Yeah, well, when we were looking at this question
There's something
yesterday in
wrong
our
with the
meeting,
lumberyard?
I had the game open and I'm playing it, and my lumber yards they're going in the front door, so I'm not sure if maybe the person who put this question in just doesn't know which door is the front door of the building, because my lumber workers seem to be going in the front door just fine.
Okay.
I mean, if anyone out there is seeing people walking into weird sides of the building that aren't the front door, definitely take a quick clip of it and let us know.
Dash says elite people
Absolutely.
only on the
And
dub
one last question.
Rotate it, yeah.
Read it from
Just rotate the
Michelle.
lumberyard.
Yes, I do. It says it would be really nice to assign keys to certain buildings and even frequently used NFTs. How heavy of a lift would it be to have a customizable hotkey UI? And do you think Townstar could ever have this common game feature?
Oh man. Oh, I'm a keyboard dude. What
Joan,
it.
hello.
I want more
Joan, how
hotkeys,
do you earn with this game?
1 through 0.
Right now, there's competitions that happen
all the
every
letters,
week.
all the numbers.
And if you place in the
everything we
top
can do.
1200, you will win Gala.
It just has to follow
That's the only
all
way
our
to earn right
promises
now.
and all the bug fixes. And that's the kind of quality of life thing that we really, really, really want to finish our features early so that we can address stuff like that. It wouldn't take all that long to put in there, but we have to be laser focused on our
Is that what they mean
so
to tweets?
after promises, womp womp. let's see.
Oh yeah,
Let's move
Mariana
on
April.
to,
There's no
live
cooldown on
Q&A.
transferring
I've captured some
NFTs
of
right
them.
now, but
One
there
from
will be
Dubstep
eventually.
Rod. He wants to know, what does Sparky do?
Yeah, I asked that a couple
Sparky
minutes
the
ago.
dubstep dog.
Yeah.
Amazing.
What does Sparky the dubstep dog do?
Should
I
we
don't know
leave?
if we can. I don't think we've disclosed any of the utility for Sparky yet. So
No, yeah, they haven't
So no
said anything
spoilers
about
today.
it.
we certainly can. It's up to Riant.
Yeah, I think we can. Okay.
Oh,
So,
here goes.
Sparky the dubstep dog, the Pyrenees
Hey,
dog,
it's catching on.
will grant farm animals and farm staff 25% extra movement speed, non-stackable.
Okay, that's cool. Movement speed
Oh, extra movement speed.
for
Yes,
farmers,
for,
I believe.
ATVs,
Yeah.
rangers, cows, chickens, and
Oh,
sheep.
all livestock. Okay, that's really cool. Cows, chicken, sheep.
Well, that sounds awesome.
That's cool. Not as good as the tavern. That proves to show
Alright.
you how overpowered the
Let's
tavern
see.
is
Next one.
compared to a lot of
also for
other
Riant, probably.
NFTs.
Will May Mayhem last
it's
3
cool.
months?
3 months. Well, I don't know time frames specifically, but I think the answer is in the name. Probably.
Right?
May, hopefully. I think it's a genuine question because last
see,
year May Mayhem
next
lasted
one.
3 months.
From Michelle.
Which
Are you keeping gold
was kinda
stars and cash
strange.
the same? Or maybe gonna change it? Like, let's see.
So I don't have
Zirkin?
any plans currently to change any of the meta values for gold, but I mean that doesn't mean that there won't be another round of rebalancing at some point in the future where values change.
Mhm.
I
That's
mean,
concerning.
it happens relatively frequently. We go through and spend a couple months changing stuff around, and changing up values and adjusting things so that they're more even with each other as we add more stuff to the game. It does tend to require a little bit of rebalance every once in a while. So I definitely can't promise that there won't ever be any changes ever again to the cash or point value to gold.
That's right. I guess Lonely Island is saying, last year May Mayhem was 4 months long. Okay, next question. Jetty is still a little
It was,
confused
though.
on the reduction if it's 30%. Does that mean with 4 of those you get 120% reduction?
would be more than
No, it's multiplicative.
Would be
No, it's multiplicative. Someone did the math in chat. I think they said it was like 79% if you've got 4
Martins.
of them. 'cause
Sparky will make the
it's
animals
a 30%
move
reduction
faster.
with one NFT, and then when you place a second NFT, it's an additional 30% reduction on that new value after the first 30% reduction. So it's not 60%. It's, I don't know, I can't do that math in my head right now, but it's less than 60% with 2 of them together. And then when you add the third one is even more less because it's 30% on that new value, not 90% altogether.
Makes sense. So if I was going 100 miles an hour, I
That's
reduced
the,
my speed
new
by
NFT.
30%, I'd be going 70. If I reduced it
Sparky,
by 30% again,
The Great
I'd be
Pyrenees.
going 49 miles an hour. If I reduced
Exactly.
it by 30% again, I'd be going 34 miles an hour. So,
Exactly.
Good morning,
all
Joe.
right.
That's
Hope that
how
answers
it
your
works.
question, Jetty. LV Postman coming in with the hard questions here.
$500,
When
maybe.
sardines?
I wouldn't put it past them, Mariana.
When sardines.
Eventually.
I mean, it certainly could end up at the game at some point. I'm not a huge fan of sardines personally.
Yeah, I don't like what they did with the
but
chocolate
there's no
fountain,
reason why we can't
B-Rob,
add them to the
raising
game just
the
because I don't like them.
cocoa requirement in
Anchovies.
chocolate.
Well, I mean.
So you're
we
saying
can
they might do the
consider
same for
adding
gold.
that,
That's what you're
of
implying,
course.
B-Rob. It's possible.
That's so
All right.
specific. I love it.
That's not confirmed, Martin. That was just
I
a
thought
joke.
one time,
We don't know for
sitting in the
sure.
grocery
I don't
store
think so.
parking lot, I was like, you know what? I'm going to be the sardine guy. All my friends are going to know me as the sardine guy that eats sardines out of a can. So I got the mustard
I'm
sardines.
not a fan of
and some
sardines.
crackers. And I took a bite and I was like, nope. Threw them away.
I
All
mean,
right,
if I
last
need to eat them, I'll eat
probably the
them,
most
but
important one
I'm
from
not
the
a fan.
AMA, and I did not pay him to ask this. Raheel.
Yeah, it's a
Raheel
joke,
making
Martin.
a
Maybe
VIP
it's real,
appearance in
but we don't
chat,
know.
Saying, question for Volcron, how do you keep staying so awesome? Man,
How do you do
made
it?
my day.
Aw.
That was so great to see your
Nice.
name. And thanks for the hello. Okay. Any other live questions, y'all?
I did see someone ask a question about a new passive silica stand since we do have the one size, and we don't have any direct plans right now to make a different silica stand, but there is an NFT coming up that will help with silica. So
Oh, passive Sandy probably. Joan,
and
what
that's the only
building
link
should
I'm gonna
I
give
put to
for that.
produce in this game? You were asking about you ran out of
Oh, here's
gasoline.
one question. This is a UI question
I
from
would.
Peace of Mind. For auto sale, when we try to pick
I
an
have a
item
video on gas
for, you
production
know,
that would help you
configuring
out
it
with
for
the
auto
buildings
selling, it's
required
challenging
if you want to
because
check it out.
items are scrolling and moving around. Can we pick a commodity to sell even if we have 0 at the
Yes,
moment?
this would be good. And we've talked about this before. I think they want to do this, but it's not
The UI definitely
priority.
needs some love. So let me stick that one in our back. I know other people have asked about that, so I will stick that in.
Yeah.
Ticket. All right.
They already know about
I
this.
will make sure we have a ticket for that one. Peace of Mind.
Yeah, that would definitely be nice.
All right. Win Butcher Shop.
There will never be a butcher shop.
No.
That is a big no.
We're pescatarian in Common Ground World.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see. Is Sparky the dubstep dog stackable with
It's
the tavern
catching.
and skins?
Yes,
Yes,
it's
it
unstackable with
is.
itself, but it will stack with other NFTs.
Nice. Okay. And how about the Bright Mill sale?
Good question. We have green
What
light.
have we done?
It's going to be
Oh.
later.
Oh, okay. We've greenlit it. It's going to be
Originally
later.
time, but it's not going to be kind of soon.
Probably May Mayhem
How
is
about
my
cats?
guess.
Can we have cats so that Sparky has a friend?
Yeah, we can.
I have cats.
That'd be fun.
They just get in the way and step on your keyboard. They're not going to help with the game at all.
Oh man.
6 more months to get
You know
guilds
what?
going.
If
I
the
hope not,
cats
B-Rob. I
wandered-
hope it's sooner.
You know, like the Style and Ride does. If the cats wandered, but they acted as mobile blocking.
Well, that's what they
things.
do. They jump in
Yeah.
front of you in the hallway so that you can't walk down the hallway.
They will jump into the
Gosh.
jewelry crafting table, and it will make it so slower.
A cat
my gosh,
NFT
that
that
would be
reduces
amazing.
the movement speed and craft time
Like
of everything.
50% of the time they
Okay,
help you, and
no, just the
50% of
movement
time
speed.
they get in the way of your workers.
Yeah, a cat that makes your
That would
production
be
lower.
so fun. Oh man.
But yeah, answering the question, we definitely.
So
want to
nobody
have
will get it.
cats, in the game. What about the panda?
Oh, panda.
A regular panda or a trash panda?
Martin, I love
Trash
cats.
panda? Probably a
Definitely,
regular
cats are cool.
Anyway, I'm-
I prefer dogs if I had to pick, but yeah, they're cool.
They're asking for a little more
Now you hate
clarity
cats.
on the Bright Mill. 1 month, 2 month, 3 month.
It's going probably to be 1 month.
That's April 15th
Yeah.
from now, so probably end of April. Or I still think it's probably gonna be May Mayhem, but we'll see
Let's see.
during May.
When are we deprecating the pollution-causing refinery and introducing an electric depot?
I mean, while that's a great idea, if we were to get
Probably
rid
an
of the
NFT.
way trades currently work, that would make a lot of NFTs completely useless. So we can't just do that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make a
A
new
lot of people in the
NFT.
community, everybody who bought any of the Haunted Mansion pieces, anybody who bought a turbo pump, anybody who bought a refinery NFT would be pretty upset if we got rid of gasoline.
Yeah, trade bot. When is that
Feature
gonna happen?
request for from Peace of Mind for something that would help slow the production of a specific item. I've definitely run into that.
When you need to balance something perfectly, I guess so.
Okay, well, y'all want to move on to leaks? There's a
Yeah,
lot of
we can
live-
move on to
Sure,
leaks.
Okay. All right.
I think all we've really got is competition info, right? Is there any other leaks in here? No, there's not. So everybody knows I put it up on Wednesday. We're
Think
doing
31.
Golden Heart necklaces this week. It does have
Yep.
new recipe. There's gold jump rings.
Gold
in there
jump
now,
rings
so
and
we
gold
added
wires are
gold
finally coming out.
wire and gold jump rings to the game this week. Those are made similarly to the silver and the copper wire and the silver and the copper jump rings.
Yep.
The bot commands have all been updated, so if you're interested how to make them, just type in the bot command. This week, gold's going to be cash boosted. It's going to be 10,000, up from 4880. Everything else
10K,
is back in
wow.
standard values, aside from the
We're gonna need a
points
lot of
boost for
money,
gold and
so
heart
that's
necklaces.
gonna help.
That meta is desert, east. It's got just the one desert side, and the rest are all rivers. So you've got rivers on 3 sides this week. So enjoy all of that
3
passive
rivers.
water.
Seems very nice. Seems very
It's
generous.
a 2 gas trade week at 80 seconds. Standard Gala rewards for the top 1200, and it's a blueprint week this week. It's the Hasty Steel Miller.
Yeah, hasty.
So those blueprints will
Steel
make your steel
Miller.
mill worker walk faster.
So there's an NFT reward for
To
this
get that
one.
uncommon, the only requirement is to sell 100 golden heart necklaces throughout the length of the competition. So get in there and at least sell 100 golden heart necklaces, if nothing else.
I would assume
free
so,
NFT.
Martin. I would assume there's an oil seep. I don't think she mentioned it, but if it's a desert, it's always having an oil seep. So more than
That's all
likely,
I've got for
yes,
competition
on
info.
oil seep.
Alrighty.
Do we need that much
let's
water?
see,
No,
Rianne,
Joe, I don't
are
think you
ready
do.
To
Yes.
discuss any
It's
sort of
too much
upcoming
water,
sale
but
that we might have.
Absolutely.
it's 3
If
rivers.
you can
Might as
show
well.
the new NFT image, please.
You mean the golden
Right, so,
pot? Oh yeah,
next
there
Sunday
it is.
is St. Patrick's Day, and we
The
have
gold
the
ore stand.
Leprechauns Poto Gold NFT, a legendary that's coming
Pot
up.
of gold
in
NFT.
a
I'm
few
just gonna try to
hours.
call it that.
As
Pot of
mentioned, it
gold
gives a
NFT.
3-to-1 passive gold ore,
Yep.
right? And is a global and stackable 30% craft time boost for jewelry crafting table. We're going to have 250 units available for sale,
Right.
at a $400 price
Right.
tag, right?
Right.
It's going to be great for your gold heart pendant crafting needs.
Well, Discord is not letting me post the image, but it's right there in our stream. So if you're on YouTube, you can see it. It is so freaking cute. I love
Yeah,
it.
Farm Michelle
love
leaked
it.
it earlier.
It has a shamrock and the rainbow.
Well, that is adorable. Okay. Thank you, Rianne.
Thank you.
Let's see. Well, I guess that's it for all the planned stuff. What do you guys want to do? You want to hang out and take more live questions, or we good?
Trying to upgrade stuff on Eternal Paradox. Running out of resources.
I mean, I still see some chat in the discussion channel. I see some people talking about the bug channel, saying that there's not any responses in the bug channel. I can certainly respond to messages in the bug channel. Generally, if you report something in the bug channel in Discord, I take a screenshot of it, I type up a note, I send it to the team and tag the appropriate people, and we discuss it on the team. But if it's just a bug report, there's really no reason for me to respond to you in the bug reporting channel. I can if you want me to, unless it's something that requires like troubleshooting and fixing, but it's more just for reporting. So, which is why I don't respond back to bug reports. But I can, if that would make you guys feel more heard, if I responded to every single bug report all day long.
I think
Oh man.
people want to know that their bug report got noticed, I
Let's
guess.
see.
But that's the whole point of the
There's some
channel, to actually
questions
read the bug
on
reports.
YouTube, but okay, mine took a second to refresh.
Yeah, oil seep was in the biome pick. Okay.
Somebody wants to know B Sharp 54 when strawberry ice cream. Says I won't let it go, Volcron. What do you guys think?
Yeah, Gala Gaming. We'll see how the gold
Strawberry
rush
ice cream?
goes, assuming I pick up one
I
of
feel like
those
people
pot
ask
of
about ice cream
golds.
almost every week, and I keep saying that ice cream is a summer thing. So we're
Yeah.
it's not, it's a summer thing.
It's like almost guaranteed ice cream will come out to the game, but like Farmer Michelle
But there-
says,
I'm sure that
they
there
probably
will
want to
be
do that
ice
during the
cream this
summer.
We will have ice cream, yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Ice cream shop.
it's pretty much
It's
confirmed.
just themed for summer.
Gelato.
Ice cream will come out, which makes me think anything related
Next one
to
is, can we
passive
get an
cold
update
or
on the
ice
status
blocks
of
will be more
NFTs?
relevant. and
for
probably
and the
maybe
utility
milk.
for
Maybe
Townstar nodes.
depends on how they do the ice cream.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, that's part of guilds, right? So your node licenses will be converted to NFTs. We will check in the game, and of course on the servers. Do you own a node license? And then if you own one or more, depending on how you want, you can only be in one guild at a time. That'll control different guild options and whatever.
And chocolate chip ice cream.
And then, yeah, there's still a lot of thought about the stuff that we want to do with the Townstar nodes, because it's a lot of compute just sitting there, right? We're using it for IPFS. We're using it for hosting.
Joan,
some of
I'm
our
gonna try to
content.
find that
But
video
that's pretty lightweight.
in
And
a
I'm
little
not saying
while.
I
If
wanna
not,
heat up
join
your
my Discord
offices,
and ask me
by
there.
pegging
But you
your
should be able to
CPUs or
search it on
anything, but,
YouTube.
if we
You might have
one
to
of the
type
things
in
we were discussing yesterday,
Townstar
as recently as yesterday,
gasoline setup.
is different ways to run our
gonna check that.
full. Now this is
Actually, let me
way
try
off.
typing that.
But just one of the things would be player run competitions, running the full.
I would like to do
backend
that. A
stack
player
on
run
your node,
competition.
so that,
Actually
similar
make
to a
no
local
NFT
Minecraft
competitions
server,
for people.
stuff like that. Also, if you wanted to contribute to the Gala chain system itself, there's the idea of just being a TS node that is running fast forward for everybody. Because right now we got to pay the server bill to do that ourselves, right? But if there was a consensus layer, and let's say 30 to 50 nodes all agreed, like, yep, this guy's, fast forward looks like this. That's kind of the big thing that we're looking at right now. If you weren't on any of the town halls where we talked about that a little more technically, might want, I don't know, ping me on Discord and I could find you a link. But in general, it's a super cool opportunity, really good tech. There is a Gala Chain hackathon coming up, the GDC. So definitely check our website for that. And yeah, it's looking really good. We have like some super, super brilliant people on our team and a lot of opportunity for that. So it's an important part of being in a distributed system. So hope that answers your question. There was another one on.
I found the video. Posted the link.
Somebody wants to know the DAU. Is that something we share, Rian?
I don't think so.
Okay. We used to have on the game, we would show how many players were active on that server at a time, so players could see that, but we took that out. And that wasn't for anything political. It was just a back-end server Kubernetes complication, which was why we took it out. There's a comment from.
I mean, you can get a general
Mr.
idea by
Martinez.
going
He
all the way
says,
down.
Bad
say,
move to get rid of gasoline. I don't think we got.
just
rid of
ignore all
gasoline,
the
did we?
zeros.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Well,
Not that I know of.
I mean, you still need it to sell stuff in
Yeah.
general, right? So if you could clarify.
Otherwise, it's a bug. Yeah.
Yeah.
1,700. And even these people only
see.
sold
Minlong says
the stuff they started out with, maybe.
Common Drone World NFT progress. Yep. The team. So that's not us. That's actually converting them. One of the other internal teams is doing that. Seems like it's going well. Slightly overdue because we were thinking we'd have it by March 1st, but whatever. Some better safe than sorry. Last I heard is that it's. I don't want to speak for them, but it's coming soon in the next week or two. That's what I heard. So that is all of our YouTube questions.
I hope so, but I
Rob
don't
is
hold my
asking
breath
about
for
the white
that.
paper, and it's still illegal, so we don't have any new news to share.
Let me do the Zeely quest. Oh, it's done. Are they done?
All right.
Any other live questions out there before we head back to work for the day?
Feature request from Ives. Let's see the last online time for a player. Yeah, that might be handy. I think that's it.
Awesome.
Yeah, I don't even see anybody typing anymore.
Well, that was a lot of questions today.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here, everybody. Riant, Ninja Surprise, Farmer Michelle.
Thank you, Volcron.
Hope everybody has a wonderful weekend.
You too.
You too.
Alrighty.
Happy
see you
Friday.
later. Happy Friday.
everybody.
Bye bye.
Happiest Friday.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye. So they pretty much confirmed ice cream is happening in the summer. Ice cream very likely to happen in summer. Light papers still in legal review, whatever that means. All right. So how are you guys doing in the competition right now? You doing as expected? And then I know some people have questions about that new NFT. Let me see what else I can type. I don't think I'm gonna type all the competition information. I'll take another look at it right now. But Farmer Michelle does a good job, you know, organizing the announcement for that. I'm assuming she'll have it done by the time the competition ends. Yeah, they're giving us a lot of rivers for some reason. You don't even need that much water. I don't think so. I mean, you'll need a lot of panning sites, but it's only one water for those. Bayes, hello. What is what? The new NFT? The competition? Because the next competition is golden heart necklaces, which we have done before, but this time it's going to be a new crafting recipe, which actually involves gold wire and gold jump rings, which those are going to be new. They've been in the game, but we haven't been able to make them. The tweets, no, fast forward is not my friend. Gas run out all the time, fast forward. Yikes. I try to be careful with fast forward, like make sure I have update town offline turned on, make sure everything that needs to be on auto sell is on auto sell, and before I go offline, run the build for like a couple hours to make sure everything's running. Because most of this competition, I actually ran it on fast forward. B-Rob, no clue. I left my house. I'll find out when I get home if I made top 225. I can try to look for you, B-Rob, but searching through the leaderboard is still kind of annoying. But I hope so. I hope you make it. Salad says doing much better than expected. Have dropped only 20 places so far, when past weeks I've dropped nearly 100 places. Still a bit to go though. Okay. Where are you at? Like what? The top 200 or so, or what? I've only dropped 20 places. See, if you're like in the top 50 and you drop 20 places, that's a lot. If you're in the top 1200 and you drop 20 places, that's not much. And I don't think that's the case, because usually people will drop much more. You got people logging on from fast forward in the past like in the last half hour, they'll log on and pass you up. Who knows, Martin? But hopefully not that long. Mariana, Dub, in your opinion, what is more valuable, an NFT for rush or an NFT that increases movement speed as the medieval? Both very good ones to have. If I had to pick, Mariana, I would pick the NFT that increases movement speed like the medieval tavern. Because in some competitions, we're given a cash boost anyways. That's not what we usually make for cash. And that's going to help us a lot with cash production. For the next competition, it's going to be gold, which is funny because most of us probably already do gold anyways. So we're just going to be doing the same thing, but making more cash this time. So that's going to be nice. But you know, sometimes milk is cash boosted. And like, maybe not all the time, but usually... yeah, sometimes it'll be better to do what's cash boosted instead of doing gold. It depends, right? It depends. But yeah, if I had to pick an NFT that increases your movement speed. But I mean, the second best thing would be an NFT that you can use to help with your cash rush as I call it. Something that helps you get more cash that you can use in every competition. Very important as well. Rachel, hello. You just joined? Salad 130s right now. Okay, yeah, so like top 200. Went from 130s to 230s. Damn, that's a big drop from the top. B-Rob, I was 162 when I left, so probably 180 or lower now. Okay. What do I have for gold necklaces? Oh, let me make that bigger. Yeah, since the competition ends in like an hour 13, I'll probably be streaming for like the next hour and 13. I want to check Eternal Paradox one more time in just a moment. I was upgrading buildings in the game, but I'm pretty much out of resources. So I don't think I can upgrade anything else. Okay, golden heart necklace. I remember we need pottery shops for that. Or maybe we don't anymore. No, we still do. Pretty sure we still do. Let's take a look at the meta. Then I'll talk more about the NFT. Golden heart necklace. Jewelry crafting table stored in the jewelry store. 1 gold plated hearts. And then the craft requirements change from that, so take another look at this. So it's still 1 gold plate heart pendant, 1 lobster clasp, 5 silver jump ring. Oh, they're adding an item, so you still need the 5 silver jump rings. They're adding 6 gold jump rings. So they're just making it harder to craft by adding more gold onto the actual necklace. Because yeah, last time it didn't really need that much gold. Just for the gold plated heart pendant. But now you need more gold. And the gold jump rings pretty much made the same as any other jump ring. Seems like a pretty easy addition. Yeah, I'll add that later. But it seems pretty easy to add. Just add 1 item to the gold heart necklace. But you do need pottery shops. Gold plated heart pendants. Needs heart-shaped prints. Heart-shaped prints made in the pottery shop. Needs 2 clay lumps. Oh, you also need to make strawberries, but that's really easy. Plus, if you got a Valentine's Day stand, you don't even have to worry about the strawberries. Yeah, you need 2 clay lumps. I know not everybody has the passive clay lump NFT, so yeah, but clay fields not too hard to deal with. It's not like honey. You don't need as much clay for this as you would need for something that requires honey. All right. I'm looking forward to that meta, of course. Because it's jewelry related. I would think I'd be able to get top 25. So I think that's going to be the goal. Hopefully I can do that. Salad. Oh. Alex, slow. Let's get this town hall. I like. Nice. I mean, the town halls are cool, but lately it's part of it is the repetitive information. So if you've been listening to every town hall every week, like a good third of it is info that you already knew. If you pay attention to what's shared in the Discord, then you probably already knew like 2/3. But sometimes that other 1/3, they'll tell you information that you don't actually know yet. Either way, I enjoy listening to them. Yeah, and the clay. Just add 6 gold rings, yeah. Jevin, what is the NFT worth which gives passive crude oil? Something with East Wing, right? Yeah, the ones that give passive crude oil are the Haunted Mansion pieces. The best ones would be the East Wing, West Wing, or Haunted Porch because they give 2 passive crude oil, which is exactly what you need to make petroleum. You could also use Haunted Graveyard and Haunted Crypt. They give 1 passive crude oil, so you have 2 of them next to the refinery making petroleum. You can get 2 passive crude oil that way. It's more budget friendly, but I personally just don't like that method because you're wasting 1 more space and it makes it a little bit more difficult to work with. Depending on how you do your gasoline rush, it's just more inconvenient to do it that way. I know some people have done that. Some people here probably do that. But if you really want an NFT that's gonna help you with gas production, I would suggest the Haunted Wing or the Haunted Porch. The Porch costs a little more, but it lets you make pumpkins, which it sounds pretty stupid, but whenever you run into a meta where you're actually gonna need to make pumpkins, it'll save you a spot because it pretty much acts as a pumpkin patch, but you don't need to worry about the 10 water, and the pumpkins deliver themselves to the silo because it comes with a worker. And you don't need to worry about shade or dirty or this building casting any shade or anything. Which is why I really like the porch. Let me put that apple tree back since we still have an hour. I was tempted to get like a golden apple tree, but I'm like, man, I'll almost never use it, so I'd rather buy that pot of gold. Actually, don't even know if they have any more golden apple trees. Probably not. Oh, they still do, actually. A little bit. The $10 NFT? Oh, that's what you were talking about. One thing I do want to test with it, but it's not in the game yet, is if it'll reduce the craft time of my tree farms from 6 seconds to 5 seconds. The next update should add the Town Hall NFT. Also, I'm doing a giveaway for 10 of them. I've already started that giveaway on my Discord if you haven't checked it out. I have a channel called #giveaway, so it's just going to be there. All you have to do is click on this button right next to my head over here, right here, and you'll enter. So right now we got 135 entries and there's going to be 10 winners. This giveaway is going to last about a little less than 2 weeks because I can't even send the NFT out until that time, so might as well have it run that long. And I know I'm gonna sell some to some people for the pretty much like $1 more than what I bought them for because they're not able to buy them with a credit card. And I might give a little bit more of them away when I make the next no NFT competition event, is what I'm calling it, which is not going to be for this competition, but I think I'm going to do it for the one after this one, which I believe is they said it's not a new meta though. Yeah, I think they said it's something that's made in the Satisfactory. I think it's blue. I think it's bicycles, but I'm not completely sure. They said it's something in this. I think it's bicycles. Because you need blue steel for that. But yeah, I mean, we could speculate on that also. The price of it? Off memory, I don't know, Jevin. You'd have to check NFT Harbor or OpenSea. Pretty sure there's still a good amount of people trying to sell it on OpenSea. It's just that people don't like using OpenSea right now because of the high gas fees. I mean, that was always one of the reasons. And people want to use their Gala on Gala chain, and they're able to do that on NFT Harbor pretty easily. Yeah, I do think it's bicycles based on that as well, B-Rob. Been a while since we've done something that required blue steel. Yeah, I wouldn't know the price off memory. I would have to search it up. All right, so the new NFT, the pot of gold, the gold ore stand. Tell me what you guys think about it, because I'll tell you my thoughts. I think it's gonna be a really freaking good NFT to have for Gold Rush. And how many people here do Gold Rush? I would assume almost everyone. I do Gold Rush. You see me do Gold Rush all the time. The fact that it is stackable, as in the 30% craft reduction to the jewelry crafting tables and the NFT crafting tables is stackable, that's gonna mean that the top layers are gonna want to have more than one, maybe two. If I was Nacho or Paramin, they probably want more than two. But yeah, I mean, what can I say about that? I think people are gonna buy that out, like, without a doubt. Even at $400 each, it's expensive. But it would help you so much with the cash rush. So I am gonna get one for myself for sure. I might even get two. Oh, I might even get more than that. But I might keep two, is what I'm trying to say. I kind of doubt I'll be able to get more than two. But if for some reason that happens, I got like 20 people asking me if I happen to get a spare, I'll sell it to them. I mean, if that's the case, I tend to prioritize my supporters on the Super Duck Club, because they're my top supporters. I appreciate them so much. So I would probably ask there first if somebody needs a spare. The problem is, I mean, I'll sell them at a price for basically what I bought them for. And what tends to happen is that, yeah, this NFT is going to go on sale for 400 bucks. But people are going to be flipping it for, like, I don't want to say a number, but people are going to be flipping it, right? Yeah, I don't want to give people any bad ideas. Martin says in NFT hardware, the users often ask for a crazy amount of money. Ignore those people. I know what you're saying, Martin. You're right. You just have to ignore those offers. I mean, we saw those on OpenSea as well sometimes. It's stupid. People asking $10,000 for a oopsie. An NFT they got completely for free. They probably don't even play the game. Yeah, the pot of gold costs $400. Well, B-Rob here says, great for the same 200 people as the last 50 NFTs they sold. A lot of the previous NFTs I've been skipping on, I think. Not the tavern, though. I didn't skip on the tavern, and I'm not going to skip on this one. But, yeah, sure. Maybe, like, the top 10 people have been buying all the NFTs, right? Joe says, are they going to limit sales on the ore stand? I would assume so, Joe. Depends how right you think the team is. I mean, I would like them to limit it to one per transaction. Hell, even if they limit it to one per account. But people will still find loopholes to that, right? Loopholes. I mean, they'll just multi-accounts to get to buy more than one. But yeah, hopefully they limit it to one per transaction. That's, I mean, better than nothing. You saw what that did with the tavern sale, right? It's still sold out in 2 minutes. But I do believe it gave people a better opportunity to get one. Like, there's gotta have been people there that only got one because of the fact that they limited to one per transaction. Davidson, hello. Martin, I have bought nice NFT on NFT Harbor, but too often crazy prices. Oh. Yeah, I've been using NFT Harbor recently, and it's cool. Yeah, I've had no issues with it. recently, as in like the past week. I haven't really been using NFC hardware before that. I used it once before to do a trade with somebody because they didn't want to do a peer-to-peer trade, which is completely understandable. D-Rob, I just mean they made one NFT in a year that's affordable within 2% of the player base. Yeah. They're catering more to the whales right now. Whenever... I do feel like they need to come out with more NFTs that are more budget friendly. Like the $50 or less. They probably will start doing that once NFTs that are upgradable to make them even more powerful. We'll see how that works out. No, the AMA already ended. Yeah, crypto cartel. What's up? Easy notice an email if seller wants to sell an NFT hardware. I noticed that you get like an email whenever somebody bids or buys your item, but it doesn't tell you the item. So you kind of just have to check and find out yourself. I guess you at least get a notification that something happened. Better than nothing. Right. So this has been running an hour now. Since my computer restarted and I opened the game up. So yeah, as you can see, 110 Mead per hour. This is what it was doing pretty much that first day I ran it for a couple hours. It stabilized at that rate. I didn't auto sell honey because I'm like, I don't need to. Just let it spill. And I didn't auto sell lumber either. No need. I think everything else was auto sold. No, not apples. I didn't auto sell apples. I'm actually using all the apples. Maybe a golden apple tree might have increased my rate, but it wouldn't have mattered. I would have needed to make 130 per hour just to pass up no free lunch. And he probably would have been pissed off at me if I did that. Take his prize. Yeah. But thankfully I didn't make 130 per hour, no free lunch. So you can have your 25th spot. I hope you keep the top 25. I hope you do. Yeah, buy and sell notice. B-Rob says, what does that matter? Are you going to not check if we're a certain NFT you're selling? I mean, I would like to have a email that tells me exactly which NFC got an offer or got purchased. Just for convenience. But I guess if you're selling something, you're gonna keep checking it. If you're only selling one thing, you know what that thing's gonna be once you get that email. But if it's multiple things, then you don't really know. Hold on. And then check the new events on the Eternal Paradox. Oh, it's hunting monsters. Alright. Damn, I didn't even get top 5 on that building event. That's nuts. I tried. I think I can go ahead and add the gold rings to the golden heart necklace on the playbook. Those take slots. Hey Dub, what does the Big Throb NFT produce more than a normal one? The Big Throb NFT is a storage. It doesn't produce anything. It'll store 15, I believe, instead of 5. Yeah, it says right here. So it stores 15 feet instead of 5 feet. So it saves you some space. Doesn't actually produce anything. $25 emails when Gala apart. Thank you, Crypto Cartel. Yeah, it was fine. I went out to eat with my girlfriend and got some drinks. And then we were just hanging out. It produces a bug? What, you mean the thraw? I thought they fixed that ATV bug, B-Rob. Did they not say they fixed that? Not that I've tested it. My earrings, yeah. Well, we don't need ATVs for the next one either, so probably won't find out. Six gold jump rings. Yeah, I haven't used it since. Hopefully no nasty surprises with the ATV bug coming back. I'm gonna take a look at my golden heart necklace build after this, the one we did on the last competition, just to get a refresher of what it looks like. Is that not right? Oh, this is just laggy. Yeah, I think it's just laggy. Right. Yeah, let me find that build. Golden hearts. The tweets, you were checking it yesterday? That's a good idea. I'd have an upgraded version of it also. I'll just check the upgraded version because I know people are probably going to want to check the better one. Oops. All right. Yeah, I remember this 6 months ago. Both of them? It's a good idea. This is the upgraded version of the Golden Heart necklace build I did 6 months ago. So we had 1 river, which is plenty. I mean, they're going to give us 3 rivers, so I guess you wouldn't even need these 2 ponds for the trees. Gosh, 3 rivers though. But yeah, 3 rivers. I don't think you need any ponds, right? Yeah, I don't think you would need any ponds. Water NFTs are going to be completely useless for this one, as far as I can tell. But yeah, you'll need your panning sites. You'll need more gold panning sites than you did need 6 months ago with the new gold ring requirement. You will more than likely need more jewelry crafting tables to make the gold rings, and more wire mills to make the gold wire. In this case, they give us an ocean, and I used that for the water pumps. I connect the water pumps to the ocean, With the new biome, I think I would put them next to the river. Although we are gonna get an oil seep. Did I? No, there was no oil seep on this one. That's why I'm using oil pumps. Let me take a look at the picture of the biome again. Desert East. The tweet's funny thing, I don't even have mine anymore, but thanks to you, I have yours. Oh, the bills. Okay. Well, thankfully, you have something to give you an idea or inspiration. The starter town is this. They said it's Desert East. The oil seep. Oh, shoot. That's actually a pretty crappy spot for the oil seep, huh? I mean, you can find a way to work with it. Okay. If I could put this on the visualizer, it would be easier to kind of explain it to you guys. But you're gonna want your gas production next to the oil seep, obviously. You're gonna want it next to the two rivers adjacent to each other on north and west. On the northwest side. And that means you really only need to use the south river for the passive water for your panning sites, and then you can use parts of the west river to give you extra water for the trees. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. You're going to be using 2 of those rivers, not all 3 of them. 2 of those rivers. The other side with the adjacent 2 rivers, that's probably where you're going to want to have your gas production. You're going to want to have it close to the oil seep for the passive crude oil. Yeah, that would work out. Yeah, it's close to the water. It's in the way. I thought you would be able to have your gas production on the east side where there's no river, but it's not ideal unless you have a haunted wing passive crude oil NFTs, and I would suggest probably going that route. But if you're going to rely on the oil seep, you're going to need to do it next to the rivers, your gas production. Yeah, you didn't really need that much clay for the pendants. And as for the strawberries, I had 1 strawberry field right there. And the strawberries don't care about shade. And they need 2 water or 3? There should be 2 water. I usually just use my Valentine's Day stand. It's 2 water. Okay. You need a sand mine for the silica to make the lobster clasp. Well, the sterling silver for the lobster clasp. Thankfully, it's a desert biome, so 1 sand mine should be more than enough. Even when it wasn't a desert biome, it looks like I only used 1 sand mine, so that's not an issue. This is a very good build. I this was the upgraded version, so I don't think I can even top this. And I will make a no NFT build showcase. It's probably going to be very similar to this one, guys. So honestly, this should be more than enough inspiration. Do I even need to make a build showcase? Well, let me ask you this, guys. Do you think I really need to make a build showcase? I know there's people out there that like using the exact same build that I showcase without making any adjustments to it. You know, I understand. This build that I made 6 months ago gives you a very good idea on how to make the golden hearts necklaces, but you cannot use the same build because of the new craft requirement. Because you're gonna need more gold panning sites, wire mills, more jewelry crafting tables. Denis Crochet, hello. Says yes, please. Okay. All right. I know people would like, you know, to see one actually working. Can't use this exact same build. It's not even the same biome, actually. Next question is, how good should it be? That really depends on how much time I spent tweaking it and how much I want to tweak it. This gives me a good idea of what I want to do, though. It's gonna be almost the same. Probably five rows, actually. 5 rows like this for the ore and the trees. Jewelry crafting tables on one side. Forges and foundries near the middle. Actually, I have to have the gas production on the corner. So this is a visualizer. I have a link to it in the description of my videos. I'm not sure if I updated the description of my streams with this visualizer. It might still be the Lycan Warlord Guild Town Common Ground World visualizer. But I share the link to this one. I'll share it in the chat, actually, just in case some of you are not aware. I highly recommend using a visualizer to plan out your builds for the competitions. I want to figure out where the oil seep is first. And I have this picture to go off of, which gives me an idea of what the starter section here looks like. Actually, I think the oil seep is exactly where it's supposed to be. Yeah, I think the oil seep is actually supposed to go in that spot. That should be correct. They did start us off with gold ore. So let me put that real quick. Yeah, that would be right here. And the banner and the ore storage. So without a doubt, you're gonna want to do Gold Rush here. Usually the first thing I try to think about whenever there's an oil seep involved in a biome is where am I going to have the gas production set up? And it's usually going to be right next to the oil seep. And I got to make sure that the spot that's going to have the refinery making petroleum is going to have 2 passive crude oil. So I'm thinking one of these spots right here next to the river, since there's going to be 3 rivers. So if one of these spots is going to have the refinery, it means that I'm going to want roads here. So I'm probably going to have a road next to the oil seep. So let's just say for now, there's a big long road like that. The refinery that would be making petroleum, let's say right there. I mean, this is always subject to change, but it just gives me an idea. Preferably, you want to have your power plants in... you want to have one power plant that also has 2 passive crude oil. You don't need to, but I personally like to do this because that way you can make energy very easily with the power plant. I know some people don't even do that. So instead, I would have the refinery here. So I can have the power plant here with 2 passive crude oil. The power plant needs a water pump, which is going to be right behind it. The water pump's connected to the river. Then you're going to want the refinery making gasoline, which can be farther away over here. And I should label them. So gasoline, petroleum. This is just your standard gasoline setup. Everybody should be familiar with this unless you're a brand new player. And then you're going to need another power plant. That way you'll have 6 passive energy for your refinery making the gasoline. And you'll need another water pump for that power plant. And that'll also give you 2 passive water drums for the refinery making gasoline. So that is how I would set up gasoline production right now. Whenever I work on the entire build, there's always a chance that it changes because I need something in a very specific spot. But right now, that's how I would set it up. Gala Gaming says you can use subgrade, which is nice in this new build tool, to be honest, for pumps. Yeah, you could also do that. Whenever I use the subgrade here, I usually hold down... Which button is it? I do this all the time. Oh, it's control. I hold down control. And see, it lets me place in the subgrade. You could also just change the snap grid at the top. But usually... I mean, you might accidentally place something, or it won't let you place something because it's using the 32 by 32 grid. I'll just leave it at 1616, and I'll hold down control whenever I do need to place down something in the subgrid, just in case you're not familiar with how to do that in this tool. But yeah, you could use the subgrid to figure out how to place stuff better. I usually don't do that for the build showcases that I do. I try to keep them more simple. If you're using subgrade, you're probably doing more advanced things, which is great. So that's going to help you be more competitive. I don't really my goal is not to come up with the most amazing competitive no NFT build that you could possibly do. I'm sure some people would love that though. The build that'll get you the most money if you copy it. Right? Martin, with the rare refinery, I have to adapt to get oil right for me. That's true, but the rare refinery or the epic refinery can save you a spot, which is good. Control shift allows you to play 64 by 64. Yeah, so I always hold down control, but yeah, you're right. You can just do control shift. When do you really need to place down? When do you usually need... Do you ever use the 64 by 64 grid? Really? Because you do weird things you would be able to do weird things like put things in like that. Well, like that, right? Yeah, I don't even know how to explain that. You'd be able to put stuff in very weird specific spots, which I don't think I ever do that. there might be a reason to, but I mean, I don't do that. But yeah, let's go, Rahif. Thank you. I didn't know the control shift combination. Anyways, that's how I would set up the standard gasoline rush, passive gasoline rush setup. Whatever. This refinery casts 4 shade and 4 dirty. So all of these tiles would have the shade and dirty. It reaches all the way up to here. So you could have your road right here. And then anything after that would be your trees in this corner behind my head. Or your ore. So you could have a straight road like this. Yeah, so subgrid more often. Yeah. Planet Bob says 64, 64, important for decoration placement. There you go. If you want the best decoration placement, then you use a 64 by 64. You place down your sunflowers or your haystacks. Hay bales. AKC, yes, the 3 forts positioning will sometimes give you 75% of some passives. Okay, I suppose so. Super helpful with squirming around the passives. Yeah. Good point. I usually don't rely on it. I mean, I'm not gonna claim to be like the most... the best player or anything. There's some good ideas out there that I don't even use. So I'm gonna put the display to water, so it's gonna show me how much water the tiles have once I have something on there. Sometimes this is kind of buggy, I noticed, so I need to set the rivers again to make sure it works. Yeah, just make sure the river works. There we go. Now it shows me the actual correct water. They might do a competition for decorations. I know that's something like... Who was it that mentioned that? I want to say like Benefactor mentioned that, but... How would that even work? But I know they did mention that, Gala Gaming. Yeah, so you want to place down your trees here. I mean, however many trees you want, this is something you would figure out while you're actually tweaking your design, right? But right there, all those trees would have passive water. I know you can't really see it, but there you go. It's that general area where you have the 2 adjacent rivers. All of these other spots have 1 passive water, so you could have your panning sites there. Again, it's hard to label this at the beginning. This is something that you would have to tweak once you're actually testing the build. Just have some copper, silver, and gold. Some people use calculators to calculate exactly the amount that they'll need. I actually don't use any calculators, so usually I'll just place down some of each, and I figure it out while I am building and then tweaking it. That's just the way I do it. Martin, maybe not best, but you are really good. You are just allergic to admit it. A lot of practice, I guess. A lot of NFTs too. Planet Bob, is there a way to show the effect like water on empty tiles? Not that I know of, Planet Bob, unfortunately. You could always click on the tile, and at the bottom, I'm blocking it, but the very bottom, it'll also show you what effects are on that tile. But you would have to click on the tile to actually see that. It's not going to show you. So like if I do water again, it's okay, I guess these count as a tile, but if I remove the desert tiles and there's nothing there, then it just doesn't show. Oh, God. I'm not going to come out with the whole build here, guys, but I'll probably just share an idea with you this one time, and I'll likely tweak it once once I can actually work on this. But since some people are wondering how I come up with my designs, might as well show you guys until the competition ends. You are going to want a pottery shop somewhere. So let's take a look at the design I made here. So yeah, I'm utilizing a nuke to give passive energy to the pottery shops without casting any dirty on them. This should be easy enough to do since we're going to get a lot of cash from the gold. I mean, nukes are expensive, but all of the cash, you know, the cash boost from the gold should definitely help out with that. So you might as well make a nuke. And it's also more efficient. Hey, Daisy. Yeah, I can help you out whenever I'm available. Yeah, no problem. I've seen the message. I just haven't replied to it. But yeah, I'll help you out whenever I can. Yeah, but once you have... Yeah, you're going to want the money for a nuke, for sure. So you're going to want to use that for passive energy on the pottery shops. Just make sure that they're not next to your gasoline production. You could have them next to the crafting tables. Which is, I believe, what I did over here. I have to keep checking. Yeah, I had them next to the crafting tables. Gala Gaming says, I think Mr. Sand said they are working on making empty tiles to show effects. Oh, yeah, that would be good. Okay, when that's it, when it happens, I guess. It's only 2 persons making this whole thing, which is incredible. This tool is absolutely amazing. So was the Lycan Warlord Guild visualizer that Crypto Dude was working on. Yeah, they're doing a really great job on this. Especially this with the subgrid, it makes it so much easier to plan out stuff. Yeah, Martin, I would agree. Town Hall is like an extra junior because of the craft time reduction to the regular trees. Hatchet Juniors are still better though. More utility. Obviously, they're more expensive, higher rarity. How many pottery shops would I need exactly? I mean, that's something I would figure out while I'm testing it. Also, I like having the roads like this. That way I can just build something here. Probably the crafting tables. Probably need 2 rows of crafting tables, at least. And I usually like doing the road like that. I know some of you are gonna want to do like a subgrid placement on the roads, like I did in my competition build. Sometimes that works out. And it does probably work out pretty well for jewelry competitions that require foundries, because those don't need roads anyways. But for the build showcases, I usually stick to something clean like this. Oh, really? Well, a water pump would be required for the nuke. That's for sure. I set it up like this. Could have the water pump here, and then the nuke here. Like this water pump. Nope. Gives 4 passive energy to these spots right here. Like that. They would only need to make heart-shaped prints. Oh, actually, I could just do this. Whenever you click on the item, you could just click the craft that it's going to make, and then you place it down, and it just labels them for you. See? That would be 5 of them. Just to give you an idea of how many pottery shops. I mean, whenever I made the upgraded version, I also used 5 of them. This is probably a good idea. I could also have one more there. But yeah, that's a rough idea. You actually will likely make lower production rates because you will need more materials. You're going to need more gold. Sure thing, Daisy. It's Dini, it is stackable with the junior and the Great Woodlands and Miranda skins and open corrupted packs. Yeah, stackable with all of that. The only thing it's not stackable with itself if you have multiple town hall NFT's place. They did confirm this. And then I pretty much use 3 rows for the jewelry crafting tables there. What am I looking for? The jewelry crafting table casts 2 shade. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could cast some shade on the panning sites. It really depends on if you need that much ore. Because right here with this idea, I would be utilizing 5 rows like this for ore. Seems like a lot, but might actually need that many. I'm assuming you don't have any NFTs, right? If you have NFTs, your design is going to be completely different, and you need to understand how to effectively use your NFT. Yeah, the designs for jewelry shifts so much with NFTs. Probably more than any other builds. Well, that's not true. Any builds that require wheat and can utilize a wheat stand, wheat or feed, and utilizes a wheat stand, they change a lot too. That's just the general idea, right? Bunch of crafting tables, pottery shops. None of these want dirty. Whenever you do place the forges and such, you have to remember not to have any dirty on those spots, which could be pretty difficult to do. Yeah, it can be difficult. Because right here, I'm trying to figure out how to do a good road structure. Because usually I do my roads like this, right? 2 spaces apart. Like that. And that looks great. But whenever foundries are involved, you want to do gaps like I have right here. See, I got spotted roads because those foundries don't need a road. And that way they'll affect more forges. That is something that could be done right here. See, if I were to copy that same exact design, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I think that's the exact same design I had over there. Let me take the dirty off. Then I would be able to place down foundries in these spots since they don't need a road. As you see, the foundries cast 3 dirty, 3 shade. They wouldn't be reaching any of this stuff. They wouldn't be reaching the panning sites. Yeah, wire mills want power as well. So you'd probably have them close to the power plants over here. This general area. This general area. But I'm just thinking about the foundries and the forges. So this whole spot can be surrounded by forges. The forges cast 2 shade, 2 dirty. And you can have forges right here. All of these forges would have a lower craft time because of the foundries. The foundries provide, I believe it was a 10% craft time reduction to all the forges touching it, and this effect is stacks multiplicatively. So these 2 forges, which you should be able to see it, would have a 20% craft time reduction. Also, competition ends in 20 minutes. Let me actually take a look at that. Still the same. Still passing up LV Postman. Still passing up Planet Bob. Oh, wow. Apparently no free lunch was in Fast Forward. And he just locked in because he just jumped. Okay, that's great. No, but yeah, if you guys have any questions about the NFTs or even ideas for the build that you may have, feel free to ask. Because I'm just showing you guys what I'm thinking right now for build showcase. I usually don't do this. And whenever I do make these initial visualizer designs, I will usually share them with Dub fam supporters or higher than that. If you're a Super Dub Club supporter, you also have access to the Dub fam supporter channel. So you'll be able to see the rough sketches of the visualizers that I do. But for this case, I mean, it's not like a new meta or anything, and I already have a build out here, so it's gonna be very similar. So Martin says, question, please don't stop helping. For sure, I still need help from you. Not really a question, but yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'll try to help as much as I can. That's my idea right there for the forges. I mean, it's possible I need more, sure, but it's just a rough idea. Wire mills need energy, so taking a look at that. 1 energy. Power plants give 3 energy. 3, 2, 1. The wire mills cast it was 2 or it was 3. Off memory, can't say I remember. It's 2. 2 dirty, 2 shade. Yep. Confirmed it with the visualizer. Yeah, the orbs of hope, or the spheres of hope, help a lot here because they remove all that dirty. It would allow you to have the crafting tables pretty much way closer to your forges and stuff. Definitely would be a big help. Only problem is you're gonna need more, I'm pretty sure you're gonna need more wire mills than that. But there's an idea of wire mills that have 1 passive energy. See, that's how many? 9 wire mills. It doesn't seem like a lot. What did I use here? 5? 6. 6 wire mills. Oh, 7. I can't count, guys. I cannot count. 9. 9 wire mills. What the heck? I can't count. Yeah, I count 9 wire mills. I don't know about you. 9 wire mills right here. 9 wire mills right here. But keep in mind, you're gonna need more for the gold jump rings. Wise, hello. I'm doing great, thank you. Hope you're doing well as well. Just giving people an idea on how I'm thinking I'm gonna do the build showcase for the golden heart necklaces, and it's gonna be similar to the one we did 6 months ago, but it has a new craft requirement. If you absolutely needed to put more wire mills here, you could replace a forge, preferably one that is only being affected by one of the foundries, like that. But of course, you would be missing out on a forge. I mean, you're going to want forges in other places too. Oh yeah, you're also going to want the clay somewhere here. That's only 1 water. I would like the clay to be next to the road, but if that's not possible, I mean, then somewhere here. I mean, the clay fields need 3 water after all. And then the strawberry field needs 2 water. You need the strawberries for the heart-shaped prints for some reason. I guess it's just to make the print. Where are the strawberries? That's tomatoes. This is a strawberry. Like that. Just put it here. You're gonna need a tractor to pick up the strawberries and a silo to store them in. Preferably the silo, you want it next to the pottery shops that are going to be picking up the strawberries. Boy Gaming, what's up? And thank you. Congrats for the top 50, right? Yeah, I'm going to be making top 50. Another nice payout. Yeah, so in my upgraded build, I had the silo next to the pottery shops. So I am thinking I would want to do the same. Probably would be more ideal to have them like that. Closer to the strawberry field. But you could also have the silo over here. Yeah, just... The idea would be anywhere near the pottery shops. That would be the idea. And then you'd want a warehouse to store the prints in. Let's just say there. And then I still need to worry about the jewelry crafting tables. Not the tables, the storages. Yeah, pretty accurate with the ranking predictions. That's right. These storages only cast one shade, I believe. Yeah. Shade. So I can have it closer to the road. Yep, and I do that as well on my upgraded builds. I had them both over here. Well, I had multiple. So I could have this multiple. If possible, I would have one like over here, but it just depends. Something I would have to play with. But I like that they only cast one shade. I did mention I needed a tractor. I didn't really exactly say where. That I don't know. I would have to figure out more after I build everything else. Likely move stuff around. Same thing with the loggers. That would likely get moved around. But preferably you would want these buildings closer to the jewelry crafting tables, because these buildings don't cast dirty, whereas like the forges will. So I will keep basing it as close as I can to this one. In this one, I used 8 loggers and only 1 tractor. I could do the same. 8 loggers, 1 tractor, like that. Also want a forklift to pick up the... Actually, do you... You do, yeah. You need the forklift for the sand mine. Yeah, knew there was another reason. Absolutely need silica for the sterling silver, which will be required for the gold-plated heart pendant. But for the sterling silver jump ring, to be more specific, that's what you need the silica for. Sand mine needs 2 energy. In that case, I would have to get rid of one of those wire mills. More than likely, I will end up needing to have more wire mills here somewhere. Yeah, I won't think about that too much. The forklift also casts dirty. It would pick up the silica, take that to a warehouse. And it would also pick up the clay fields, clay lumps from the clay fields. Take that to the closest warehouse. Preferably, you'd have a warehouse closer to the pottery shops as well. Doesn't have to be there. It could be over here. Because you'd also want warehouses near the forges so they can deposit their ores. I usually do have a warehouse closer to the front. I'm calling this the front where I have the ore. but you wouldn't want the forklift to pick up clay lumps and take it to, say, this warehouse, because then the pottery shops would have to walk all the way over there. So that's one thing I would try to mess with as well. Like, I would try maybe putting a warehouse here, seeing if they still take the clay to this one, or try the warehouse here, something like that. Something like that I would have to mess with. You could also just have the clay fields closer to the north side. I mean, you got the river, but that would kind of feel like a waste. I have another idea of what you could do up there, but I'm not going to spend too much time explaining that idea, because I would have to shift the road down, and this wouldn't work well. But it would be similar to what I did here. I shifted the road down like this, so you can see. That way I have extra space up here. You could have your clay fields closer up here, and they have the 3 passive water from the river. So that's another idea. And of course you'd want enter bunkhouses somewhere. The exact amount, I'm not sure. Just depends. In this case, I had like 9. Seems like a lot. And more than likely more forges. Probably gonna need more forges than that. Not exactly sure. Wow, look, there's almost a whole idea. Unless I'm missing something. Pretty much almost everything there to make the, well, not the fuel storage. I'm missing the fuel storage. Alright. Yeah, that's pretty important actually. It's kind of far. It said it's 2 gasoline costs, right? Let me look for it. Two gasoline costs, yeah. I guess we could just have the fuel storage there. With this idea, you're most likely gonna want to use a trade pier. I know a lot of people like using their express depot, and the express depot would be a huge help here. But with 3 rivers, you're probably gonna need to use a trade pier. I mean, like right here, I could fit 2 trade piers if I don't know what else to do in those spots. You got the express pier, then great. That'll help out. I mean, since the trade times are 2 minutes. And the last thing is I got empty spots here. So what do I do with those empty spots? That depends. You could do the panner houses that only cast 1 shade, but they only come with 1 worker. And that way you won't have any shade casted on your trees or your panning sites. Sounds cool. But more than likely, you are going to need more panner workers or more space for forges, so you're going to have to move some of these down. So if you absolutely need to, you place down something that casts 2 shade. It's going to cast shade on your panning sites, but it's fine because it's going to help you figure out the balance of exactly what you need, to balance your gold heart necklace build. So there you go, guys. Gave out an idea of what could possibly work. Yes, it's very similar to this as I figured it would be. If you built this exact thing out, it probably won't work. That's why you have to figure out how to tweak it. I mean, I only put down copper panning sites here, but you get the idea. You'd use silver and gold panning sites as well. Figure out the exact balance of what you need. And this is what I'm going to work off first. Then I'm going to be tweaking this. And I'll challenge you, if any of you, you know, like to use my no NFT builds to help you out as a starting base. Challenge you to do better than me. If you have NFTs, that shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, hopefully that helps some people out. The competition ends in like 3 minutes. Then the NFT sale starts in an hour. I'm gonna try to pick a couple of those up. There we go. Still steady 110 Mead. I'm assuming they'll fix the competition time. I can't remember. They should fix the competition time though. Make it at least for like United States that went through daylight saving time. Make it start at the time it usually starts for us. I can't remember if they did that last time. I really can't remember. I assume they'll change it. We'll see. Farmer Michelle did put out the announcement though, so that's good. 9 a.m.? Is that right? 9 a.m.? For me, not for you. Maybe for you. So they are changing the start time. They're making it earlier. Like, way earlier. Okay. Because usually the competition for me starts at 11 a.m. This can work out. As long as I don't oversleep for some reason. Right, but I won't feel hungry until I'm probably done with my build, which is good. So yeah, guys, make sure to double check the starting time for the competition on Discord for the next one. Oh, the trade time's 80 seconds, not 120 seconds. Guess I had it wrong on the post above. Bayes, for some reason, this time I only lost 100 places instead of 300 in the last hours. Wonder what changed. Yep, competition just ended. Congrats to everyone that made it. Gold wire, gold jump ring. Craft requirements, gold cash boost. NFT goes on sale in an hour. They got the link for the NFT. If you are planning to purchase a new NFT, you want to help support the channel, please use the link in the description of the video as it really helps out. And it helps me fund the giveaways I do as well. And I do want to do more giveaways. I actually got some stuff from some mystery boxes that I bought. It's mostly the Walking Dead stuff. But I do want to give those away. Since, you know, people mostly, I assume people mostly care about Common Ground World NFTs, I'm going to try to prioritize more of those. I mean, they do have like a spring sale going on. So really, if you buy anything from the Gala game store, just feel free to use my link below. And yeah, thank you so much, guys, for everybody using that link. I really appreciate it. Congrats for sure. Thank you. Eddie Ha, hello. Top 50 is the new top 100. Oh, you mean because everybody went down in ranks? He says I've been dropping 50 plus spots regularly from top 100 now. Yikes. Which link, Dub? Well, I can also type it in the chat. Should be the first link at the bottom. Let me just type it out. Dub.community/play CGW. I have multiple links. They do the same thing. But that one works. Appreciate you for asking. There's a full picture on the starting battle. It's great. Well, that's about it. I mean, I'm gonna load this up, but I'm probably not even gonna check it right now. I'll come back and check in like an hour. Which one you play, casual or events? You have to play events for the competitions, and the events start on Tuesday. The actual competition starts on Tuesday. I'm just gonna load up Common Ground. There's no rewards here. It's just play for fun, I guess. Play for fun. You're better off playing on casual to actually practice for the next competition. Y says, nice, I get good rank this time, 892. Great this town. Your design, bro, keep it up. You are welcome. Great it worked out for you. Glad it worked out for you. What's the next competition? Golden Heart necklaces. They posted the official information on the Gala Games Discord. I'll come up with a build showcase and post a video with the details when I usually do, probably late Monday. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Gonna eat something and then try to pick up a pot of gold. And then I'll take the playbook right now. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Click that link below. And appreciate your support. Thank you for watching. See you later.